Greetings, ladies and gentle citizens. Another year has passed yet again, and yet disturbing rumors continue to pour in of murderers and thieves everywhere. Not to worry, today we will be hunting them down and bringing them to justice. Now I know what you are going to say. Perhaps you are too recognizable, but don't worry. I have disguised myself most cleverly. If anyone attempts to murder or steal from me, they will never know what they are in for. Now, one thing you may ask yourself is, where could I go to be safe from murderers and thieves? Fear not. If you visit BadukClub, when you are allowed to, you may find a safe environment around you, safe from murderers and thieves. I would bookmark the site in the case it becomes useful in the future. Thank you, Baduk.club.
Game started.
We have got a game. But what kind of player is this? We will know. If he is a murderer or a thief, he will not be able to hide it for long. He will try it against our unsuspecting self, never realizing the danger he's in. I back off, not being jealous of what my friend here is developing. I will in turn approach cautiously, always alert for knives or hidden weapons. He tells me to leave his corner. Very well, I shall. No problems here. What will he do? I should say hello. Chat will be enabled once your email address has been... Oh dear. Well then, I will not be doing that. For there is no way I can see to bring that up right now. Anyway, he is enclosed. I will block his extension. So far we have a nice, peaceful game. Blocking my enclosure would be the largest move on the board right now. Instead, he attacks me. Perhaps we have a murderer or a thief in our midst. I attach on top of him to try to connect up my stones and save them. Like so. He runs his head into my stone. How odd. What will you do next? Ah, for a moment, I had feared he was going to try and cut me. Do you know why that is?
Because one doesn't normally run their head into their opponent's stones without good reason, sir.
Exactly. That is what we are here for, after all. I connect, saving my stones. I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone wall. It is very difficult to surround a wall of that magnitude. So I shall take a big point for myself, as this is likely fine. He has thus granted me an enclosure and an extension. Very polite of him. And he has given me Sente. With Sente, I can build. Interesting. Well then, build I will. The right-hand side seems to still be mostly open. that is where we will begin building. What will his response be? Ah, he wishes to cut me off. A wall to surround this area. No, I know what you are really trying to do. You're trying to kill me, aren't you? We will give him a chance to show his true colors. What will it be? Will you connect? You do connect, but this isn't connected to that. Very well, then it won't be. Why do you leave your men behind? Is it because you feel nothing for them anymore? Are there only tools to be used by you? You must always be careful and treat your men with respect. These poor individuals can no longer connect back to where they came from. All in the name of a few points. All in the name of profit. Never fear. No crime has been committed against us yet, so we shall not do anything drastic. Instead, we will keep building, nice and calmly. Ah, he does feel for his men after all. Much better. Unfortunately, there's still a cut point here. That is very unfortunate. Nevertheless, that problem is not mine for today. Building, that is what I will do. A nice peaceful game, yes. Perhaps the rumors of these murderers and thieves have been greatly exaggerated by ne'er-do-wells who only wish to make everyone paranoid, constantly looking over their shoulder. That could be it. That could be it indeed. Or he's just crafty, this this individual whose name I cannot read right now for some reason. Okay, he is invading me. He does wish to steal all that is mine. You had almost fooled me. Almost, but not quite. Out of my corner. You will find no valuables for yourself here. See, he is surrounded. What can he possibly do? Surrounded in the middle of my city, trying to get away with his theft. I fear there is only one place for him to go. But perhaps he will surprise us. We shall see. Note, I am constantly looking at the shape and making my men nice and strong. Therefore, they cannot suddenly be killed. Unlike him down here, I am always on the lookout for weak points. I want them to survive, you see. I want them to prosper and thrive. Like so. He, on the other hand, dives in, tries to take a large chunk for himself, and get away into the night. That is not how you wish to play. He could grow himself as I am growing myself, but instead, he chooses to steal from me. Most unfortunate. What will he do now? Does he think he is alive? It is a good question. What will it be? Are you alive? Are you not alive? Are we going to jail? Ah, he went after his 2 eyes. Very good, very good. But what will I do? Well, he invaded me. I could just as easily invade him. But mind you, if I were to do that, then I would be ignoring the strength that I have built up, where instead, I should just build another. That way I've got a nice, lovely area for myself. That cannot be invaded. It is impregnable. It is practically a castle with its own little wall around it. Yes, that's what I like. That is what we will go for. So for that, I will, I will threaten to reduce him. This should put him back on the straight and narrow. Or not. He instead chooses to come into that which I was going to claim for myself. But that is fine. That means he is inviting us into his house. How quite polite of him. Make sure this doesn't connect here ever again. Yes, that is what we will do. An unusual move, to be sure. Does this mean I can connect under you? Perhaps it does. Perhaps it does. Can push and threaten to connect. To cut, that is to say. Indeed. Again, we look after my shape. We do not want any harm to befall my men. They are to be admired, coming here with me today, trying to catch murderers and thieves. Note, I am protecting them, making sure they can get away, and they are not suddenly going to be surrounded and killed. We do not want this to happen. Instead, what will we do? We cannot grow for ourselves here. I will make shape for myself. Once more looking after those who serve me well. Protecting my territory. This is not for him. He must go away. If he tries to break in, he will be arrested and thrown where he belongs. What will he do now? He's trying to come in. He's trying to come in indeed. That means these are criminals. And there's only one place for criminals. Or perhaps I am overreacting. When you do what I do, and you see murderers, and worse, every single day, perhaps you begin to see them where they don't exist. I will back off for now. Perhaps they are merely trying to make a living, and they are not trying to kill me. That could be it. We will give them another chance to defend themselves. What will it be? I think that's J. Mr. J. Mr. J? Wait a minute. Mr. J? You almost had me fooled. Do you know who this is?
Do not worry, sir. It is not the Joker.
But it could be. His name is Mr. J.
No, no, sir. His name is Jian Yao, sir.
Oh. Yes, perhaps you are right. False alarm. Thank you very much. Alright. He is still trying to make eyes, make a living for himself as a fine, upstanding citizen. He shall be allowed to do such things. This area no longer concerns me. We are not trying to kill him. We are trying to make a nice, prosperous area for myself and my men. For that, we need more laborers. Perhaps he will assist me in this. If he is truly a fine, upstanding individual, he will not be threatened by our own success. See, we connect up our stones, and in this way, we prosper. Just connecting up those that already work for you. Those who have already put in the time and effort to see you succeed. We do well by them, and they will do well by us. What are you doing now? Is he trying to kill us again? No. It couldn't be, could it? We shall see. If this group tries to kill us, then it must go to jail. What will it be? You have done well until now. There's no reason to turn to a life of crime.
Byo-yomi.
It looks safe enough. Perhaps he is trying to solidify his own area here, much as I wanted to do over here. This makes sense. Yes, he just wanted to get these forcing moves in. That way, his foundation is nice and firm. I am happy with this explanation. Carry on, good citizen. Forgive me for constantly assuming you are out to harm me. I do not know where I got these ideas from. Alright then. We've got this area. We have a wall here, an effective wall here. So now we just have to eyeball something over in here. Just get a wall this way to complete our little summer home that we built in the middle of the area of this board. Okay, that's not looking like a house, is it? Let's try that one again. Yes, this area we built over here. There we go. There we go. Oh god, that doesn't look like it with a chimney. There we go. Now, perfect, perfect. See, we have a nice little summer home in the middle of the board for our people to relax and rest in.
You have won.
What? He resigned? How unusual. How unusual indeed. I did not kill anything, but apparently he did not like what we were doing. Let's go ahead and review our game.
Review started.
And talk about what exactly happened on this board. He decided to build by approaching and going into a framework. Thus, his structure is beginning to build. This is okay. I got myself a little base as well. All is peaceful. He encloses, I extend. This was suspect. This was suspect, but as he did not try to cut and kill us, all is well. And so we continue taking the large points. He continues taking his large points. I take my large point. He takes his large point. Very peaceful game, very peaceful indeed. I begin building. He defends. A little strange here, in my opinion. I would much rather do a 1-point jump, or better yet, fall back here. And if I want to take 1 stone, that is in Gote. Then he can do the living thing, if he still feels inclined. This is weird. Now I have a push and a poke, and a poke. And I can grow off his position. Bad shape indeed. He decides to live here. All is well. With the small exception that this is not Sente. If we want, we could do something about this. We could indeed. And as you can see, that could get killed. But okay, we answered, he responded. He jumps. He invites, he's taking it upon himself to come into my area. I go into his. Bad shape here, however. This is a quite strong move. As you can see, there are no cutting points here. He was quite safe. Instead, he says shape suffers. I make shape for myself. He goes to live. Again, we continue building. Nice and peaceful. He plays here. I would play here. And a nice large area has been created. Very peaceful game. Very peaceful indeed. I am pleased to see that unlike in years past, we did not have murderers and thieves running rampant in this area. Perhaps our efforts at locking them all away is finally bearing fruit. So fear not, dear citizens, the rumors of murderers and thieves and botters seems to be greatly exaggerated. You can rejoice at knowing there has never been a safer time to play Go than today. Until next time, take care, everybody.